Hello, 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 my angels, my love. Good morning. It's Friday. I hope you guys have a nice Friday. We're finally at the end of the week. So it's a long work week for those who don't have to work the weekend. So, enjoy your weekend. I hope you have good weekend plans. Please remember that I normally don't post on weekends. That's my family time. But if I do see where, if I urge to really post something or get a message out to you, I will take the time to get that out to you, okay? But as a general rule, I don't really post on weekends. All right. I want to say happy birthday to the Cancerians. We're still in Cancer season. Also, to remind you that we are in Mercury retrograde, so be careful. Don't enter into any long-term commitment, such as loans, taking out any loans or signing any legal paperwork or anything like that. So be careful, really read over it, take your time, one-on-one when I say that, look at it and just make a decision, a final decision about it later so that you don't find yourself agreeing to something that you're going to regret later, okay? A couple of downloads for this morning. I want to hurry up and get out here. I feel like someone's dealing with some arthritis, possibly in their hands, having trouble with their hands. Someone's dealing with some carpal tunnel. Someone's dealing with a backache right now, some problems with their back. They're having problems with that. I also feel like somebody this is coming up like a rare blood disorder or something like maybe leukemia or something. So I think that somebody needs to and this might be specific for someone. So, but I'm put up like leukemia or rare blood disorder, okay, for someone. You'll know because your intuition might be trying to lead you or tell you to go to your doctor, so you know if that's for you. Um, Also, I feel like someone is grieving a deceased parent at this time. They're really withdrawn. They're dealing with some depression with grieving that. And I feel like they're grieving it more now because of just dealing with some extra stress and things going on in their life. Okay. So that's for someone. Someone's tossing and turning, not getting a lot of sleep, waking up in weird hours of the night, just out of nowhere. Okay, you need to take that time to. Spirit is trying to talk to you. Okay, so take that as a moment, meditate, prayer. Ask Spirit what it is that they're trying to get to you, what message they're trying to get to you. Okay. Um, Also seeing the jug of water. So somebody needs to drink water. Drink more water. You collective might need to drink more water. Get hydrated. Okay. Um, Martha is coming through for someone. I don't know if your name is Martha, but I'm really feeling Martha as a deceased past one. Okay. 313 when I say that. So that's for somebody. Anything else? Pregnancy. Someone might be finding out that they're pregnant, or somebody might be having complications with their pregnancy right now. I'm really feeling like early stages of pregnancy. So someone might be having some complications or either finding out they're pregnant. So be careful. Try to eat healthy, nourish your body, relax yourself, elevate your feet. Try to be careful at the beginning of the pregnancy, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the reading. Dear God, I call on you today to use me as a tool to help the collective on their healing journey. If there is a message for a certain individual, may you guide them to my channel. May my spirit guides my good angel protect them from any harm and any negative influence. Alright, so let's see. We're going to look at the past, the present, the hidden influences, the queer, which is the attitude, the influence of others and how people close to you feel about the situation, what you should do with the course of action that should be taken, as well as the final outcome of what's going on in your relationship. Okay? Alright, Spirit guys. So what happened in the collective's relationship in the past? Something tried to come, something sticking out. I might take it if nothing comes out. If nothing comes out, I'm going to take that one that's sticking out, guys. That's the one. Okay. Woman holding a heart in reverse. Someone didn't, oh wait, sorry, my car's in reverse. So woman coming out. You offer your love to someone, okay? You offer your love to someone, and this was someone who was actually going through a transformation at that time, okay? You were going through a transformation. They were probably transitioning out of something. Um, and it looks like this was somebody that was in a peaceful, you know, it actually speaks about you being peaceful, you being in a peaceful emotional state, okay? You were receptive to love, and at that turn, that person was receptive to love, at least they appear to be receptive to love. um, you were in a place where you were trying to resolve, and some family issues that you may have had going on. You were trying to come out of a difficult place. You were finding peace in your life. That person offered you some peace, okay? This was somebody who could have been intuitive as well as you could have been intuitive. This could have been somebody where, if you're a man, you were dealing with a very intuitive woman that was coming out of a place of in her life where she had been dealing with some family issues, and you brought a sense of peace to them, and they were finding peace in their life, okay? This is also, it didn't even have to be a romantic relationship. You could have just been dealing with a feminine energy, or someone in their feminine energy. Like, it could have been a therapist, a friend, a neighbor, a family member that was helping you through a difficult time in your life, that brought you some peace. Somebody that you can really talk to, okay? Someone that can help you with love, family issues, or emotional issues. Again, it could have been a therapist, but someone who is very even tempered, a caring person who resonates with you in your emotions. So somebody you really hit it off with, okay? So that could, again, be a romantic situation, a friend, or a family. Okay, so that's what's happened in the past, and that's a 44. And 44 is usually somebody who's stable, hardworking, in that support, and usually support of guardian angels. So this person that you did come across, the guardian angels sent that person to your life in the past, somebody that was helping you to resolve and get you back on the right path and leave a situation that may have been unhealthy. Okay, so the present. Oh, okay, thank you, Jimmy the Cricket. All right, so in the present, we have a woman holding a coin um, in the reverse. All right, so in this scenario, like, the person, you could be in the present dealing with some financial struggles at this time. Okay, this is a very elegant woman. So you are someone, who was of beauty, who is of elegance. All right, but you could just be dealing with some financial issues at this time, okay? All right, so, and this is also saying that it indicates that right now you're unsure and you're fearful about your finances. So some of you might be worried about, you may have had a change that came about. With this being a 42, this is partners and choices, partnerships and choices. So you could have had a love interest, a marriage, or a business that, someone that you were a partner with. You could have had a change in that partnership, okay? And with that, maybe you went your own direction, or you left a home environment or a situation, and right now you just have some worries about, the future of your finances, like, because you were used to living, a certain type of lifestyle, and now you're just worried, okay? Also, some of you could be dealing with some health issues, but it could also reveal, like, a lack of value in yourself. You could just be feeling, like you don't, right now, like you don't think highly of yourself, okay? Or someone else around you, a woman around you, might be reducing your money because you're paying for, you're helping to carry on someone else, and because you're helping out another situation, possibly a woman, is pulling on your finances as well, okay? But it also can say that somebody in your environment or your camp, okay, devalues you, they criticize you, they cause you to doubt your own value. Like, they may be speaking negative to you and causing you to, like, question yourself, all right? Um, And this could be someone from your past, who's influencing how you feel about yourself today. So you could have encountered someone in your past, and that they don't have to be a woman. They could just have feminine energy about them. 1010 when I say that, okay? They could have caused you to question yourself and value yourself, devalue yourself and not see your self-worth because they made you feel like maybe they walked away from you, they gaslit you, they abandoned you in some way, they hurt you, or maybe they said some sharp words to you that make you just really question your value, your worth, and it has really impacted your self-esteem, okay? So when this card comes up, it just talks about you really taking the need at this moment to release some toxic connections that you may have, people who don't uplift you, who don't, wish the best for you or try to encourage you, even sometimes encourage change. And sometimes when people try to encourage change or try to get you to see things about you, they're doing it from a place of love, but you may not perceive it that way. So, but for those who are there to take advantage of you, to just feed off you or take from you, benefit in their own way, like you need to release 1111 when I say that, those relationships. All right, so what's going on? Oh, already. Okay, so we're going to look at what's hidden, what's unseen that you don't know about. So we have three. So this is a divine completion, Holy Trinity. So this is our message from the divine, okay? So, yeah. So what you don't see what's going on in the background is someone sees that they see you as the greener grass. They want to come towards you. They want to be with you. Okay. They do see you as being their empress, as being abundant, fertile, nurturing, creative. Again, this card could represent some pregnancy because it's a 30, which is a 3 that talks about pregnancy. And I told you I felt that earlier. So someone does want to come towards you, like they do know that you are their happiness and you're over there, but they're just stuck at the gate. Like they're not making that change, okay? Something could have happened in the springtime that caused them to reflect on you more, than what they have been in the past. This card also does, say that you are going to have an increase in your wealth and possibly in like a dramatic and an unexpected way. Okay, so you might just like get an inheritance, get a windfall of money, get a lotto, just get the scratch off. That's like a win and scratch off. But in some kind of weird way, like you're going to just receive this source of wealth, and it's going to come from the divine. Okay, this is the divine gift from you. Okay, so it does tell you too that beware of the seeds that you sow for your own wealth and prosperity. Make sure you water them, you're taking care of them, make sure you keep nurturing what you have. So don't lose focus. Like if you're starting a new business or something and you're putting seeds for that to grow, or even a new relationship, like don't get in it and get comfortable and forget to take care of it. Continue to nurture your ground. So nurture the soil so that your seeds can grow and benefit for you, okay, bloom for you, okay? And also take the time to smell the flowers, to appreciate what's going on in your life, okay? And with that, we do have the world card. The world card coming in after that. So the world does talk about, completion, fulfillment, integration, okay? So when you get the world card in a reading, especially following with the Garden of the Gate, um, this lets me know that that you're looking out, you're looking at the beautiful sphere of the earth. It's reminding you to expand your vision. Okay, think big, think large, contemplate on broader options, bigger things. Like don't leave yourself in a box where you just have limited thinking. Okay, the world is big. You can wish for the stars, you can wish for whatever it is that you want, especially following the fact that you're going to get this abundant money in this weird way. So think big about what it is you want. If you see yourself, how do you see yourself a year from now? Okay, this is also saying that there's going to be expansion. Whatever you're creating, whatever you're working on right now, it's going to expand to a global network. Okay, you can also do something online through the internet, social marketing. If you're starting a business, be sure to go online, market yourself. Okay, this card lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you. So the world is your oyster. So think big and think about what you want to accomplish, because you have completed a cycle and you are going to be rewarded from the universe for your healing, for what you've done, and for completing that cycle. Okay, because this is 29, which goes down to 11. Yeah, you walked away from something. You walked away from something that took a lot out of you. And it took a lot of strength, okay? A lot of strength. Like somebody put you through a lot and you made the difficult decision of walking away from it. Some of you could have walked away this year, with this being a 27 going down to a 9, okay? And 9 does talk about you taking the time to do some soul searching, some introspection, okay? Like you went into solitude. Some of you could have actually gone into a hermit stage where you just spent some time to yourself, thinking about a lot about what you've gone through. It took a lot for you to make a difficult decision, because you really gave to a situation, to someone, a relationship, a partnership, and you feel like, what, for all the love that you gave, like you didn't get anything in return, okay? So and you just had to walk away. You had to walk towards, greener grass. You went within. You listened to your intuition, okay? You expanded your vision. You contemplated on, what you really wanted for your life. You decided that you're going to pour more into yourself. Some of you could have done something that had to do with technology, because this card does refer to technology as well. Somebody is doing something that is helping them to really expand to different areas. So whatever you're working on, if you started a business, okay, then you're looking to expand your business, not to just one location, but other locations as well. This card also confirms too that you have unlimited resources, available to you, and that you're going to receive a lot of divine gifts. So you have three great cards that talk about, you know, um, finances coming to you, you being recognized, your business expanding, money coming in unexpected ways in a nice amount, and for you to dream big, because whatever it is that you want, you can manifest at this time. So that's really great. Okay, 1707. All right, so let's look at the attitude. All right, yeah, so the attitude that's going on right now, that you, about people around you, like you're definitely dealing with some envy, some jealousy, okay? Someone deceived you. Someone might come back into your life and try to deceive you, because they see that you're being abundant. You have these blessings coming on. They can sense, they can feel that you're about to be very, very wealthy, okay? And they see that how you're focusing on yourself, how you're pouring into yourself. They see the change that you made, and how you're being a go-getter right now. You're chasing your dreams. So someone from the past who didn't give you their heart, because of past hurt, see that, with past hurt that they had in the past, that kept them from giving their heart to you. Someone who you could have had a very physical chemistry with, that you were drawn to them, someone you find attractive, okay, wants to come in and offer you their love. But when they come in with this offer to you that they want to give to you, to say that they want to open up and be emotional to you, they're going to be deceitful, because they're envious of you and how you're moving, okay? They don't like the fact that you've changed, moving on for them. They see you about to be abundant. They want to share in that abundance with you. So whoever, they have a motive. They're going to be very deceitful, and they're coming in with a motive, okay? So be mindful of whoever comes in, especially during this retrograde period, because they're not going to be speaking the truth. They have a motive. They're going to deceive you in some type of way. Okay, and it's because they want to feed off you. This is a 25, so this is a 7. So 7 does talk about secrecy, trickery, and deception. This is a 45, which goes down to a 9, which is going to happen this year. Okay, so this year, possibly Mercury retrograde. If not around now, we're looking to maybe August, but I'll pull a time card for you on this one later. But someone's going to try to deceive you, okay, by saying, and they may come in and tell you, you know, just off the top of my head, guys, if they haven't already come in, like, I love you, I miss you. Maybe they're going to say that they dealt with a lot. They were afraid of getting hurt. They know they messed up. What can they do to fix this? They always knew that you were potential husband or wife material. They saw themselves wanting to be with you in the future. They just weren't ready because they've been hurt before. They were afraid you were going to hurt them. They didn't know. They never been in love before. What they felt for you was different. They didn't know it was love. They questioned themselves, is it love? They didn't know what you want. They're going to say that you didn't tell them what you wanted. They were just afraid. The timing, right person, wrong timing. But they promise you it's going to be better. We're going to make it work. I'm going to give and take. I'm going to spend more time with you. They're going to give you the whole BS spill, okay? But they're not going to see through. They're deceiving you. They're trying to tell you what you want to hear, okay? So that's what's going on around you. All right, so let's look at the influence of others and how people close to you feel about the situation. All right. Yeah, so people see that you're moving away. They see that you're running toward greener pastures. They see that this person wants to chase behind you. They now want to come towards you. They want to come towards you, but you're running, like you're leaving, you're done, okay? They're standing there watching you, not slowly moving slowly. So this could be an earth sign, a slow moving earth sign trying to not want you to get away or watch you get away and trying to stay on your heels. There's also somebody who's watching you, okay? This is somebody who was your polar opposite, that was completely opposite of you. Could have been by race, culture, how you guys were raised. One could be spiritual, one could be religious, okay? Someone who can't let go of these weeds that they're entangled in, this grass, this past, their past situation, their current situation. But they do know that on the other side is their happiness, is their greener, grass, a more nurtured, cared for environment where they can thrive and be happy. But they're still going to stay over here and they're slowly going to try to you. So this is somebody who's not going to rush into you. This is a 17, so they definitely see you as a star. You are like, you being white, with you being black. I'm sorry, the white horse being in the front, running being you, collective, and the black horse being in the back. You are very spiritual, okay? And you've been like a spiritual guidance for this person the whole time. You've been leading them. All right, and so you're giving them hope and you're inspiring them, and they're watching you in some type of way, maybe your platform if you have one, on social media, if there know people that know you. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, they're probably looking at pictures, but they're watching you in some type of way, and you're still inspiring them. And as you're healing and doing the work on yourself and thriving, you're putting out a brighter light that's attracting them to you, but they're still living in the dark side, the negativity. They're being held back by limited beliefs and old patterns, okay? All right, so what should the next course of action be? Yeah, angel of balance. So the next course of action for this is that for you to balance yourself out, they need to balance themselves out. They need to think, mind what they need to balance their mind and their heart together to make their decisions. They need to balance out their alignment, get their alignments in balance as well. Okay. This also talks about, with the liquid being in there, it speaks about your destiny, your strong destiny. So you are definitely going towards your destiny right now. You're setting solid foundations for yourself. You're finding personal balance and emotional equanimity about you. Okay, you might have been out of sync in the past, which kept you in that relationship where that was on your lower realm. But since then, it's letting me know that you've balanced yourself in some way through the help of the angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors on the other side. They've helped you to get back in alignment, to balance yourself out, to listen to your intuition, to listen to your conscious, okay? So you're balancing your physical and your emotional energy as well, okay? And it's just reminding you that whenever you feel yourself getting off center or losing focus, just call on your angels because they're around you and they will help you to bring things back into balance and center your heart, okay? So your intuition is going to lead you in the right direction and the angel is going to guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. So if you feel yourself just getting, thrown off a little bit, losing focus for a little bit, just call on them. They're going to get you back where you need to go, okay? All right, so what is the final outcome before we clarify some of these cards? What is the final outcome? All right. Yeah, so somebody, whoever is trying to come your way from the past, like they're not going to have abundance with you. It's they're not going to reap from your crop at all. Okay, so it's not going the it's over. The cycle is over, and I will verify this. Um, but they're not going to be able to reap the harvest. So, and I told you, someone's coming in trying to be deceitful and tell you what they want. So they're not going to be abundance. They're not going to receive abundance from the universe. They're not. Their spirit guides are going to hold them back for you. Also, as you collective, like you might be feeling a little discouraged or having some, or feel like some of your wishes are being denied right now, or you might be disappointed with some delays that you're experiencing in something that you're trying to get off the ground. So this is just saying, like, don't be surprised, don't be disheartened if obstacles seem to be blocking you right now. It's just saying that you just need to have some patience and persistent action, and that it will benefit for you. Okay, you will receive what you want, but right now, it's just being delayed at the moment. Okay, so this card, this shows you that there's some restrictions, right now, and some of you might be feeling like you're experiencing like a period of loss. Like you may have had a loss of income, you may have had to pour more money into something for trying to get a business started, or you just might have some extra bills coming up, like things is breaking around the house, especially in Mercury retrograde. Car could be acting up, electronics could be acting up, things could just be the stove, the refrigerator may just stop working, your washing machine might break down. Okay, so this is just saying that there may be a lesson for you to learn, or you might need to take a new direction in life. Okay, so just be flexible and be aware and listen to your intuition. But you are on the road to happiness, but you might just be receiving some delays into receiving all of this abundance, because you might need to finish healing something that you haven't healed. Okay, there's still a lesson that you need to learn, or maybe you're not looking at what was the lesson for what you've come through, or spirits might actually just be guiding you down another path. So listen to your intuition, pay attention to what's being said to you. 27 when I say that. Okay, so let's look at some clarifying some of this. It seemed to be a lot this morning on you, not so much the person that you dealt with in the past, but you collective, on your healing, your abundance that's coming in, you being balanced, you staying focused, you like really paying attention to somebody that's going to come in and try to deceive you. Okay, so let me just move these a little bit so that I can go in and clarify these. All right, spirit guides. Let me shuffle. There's a lot of you are receiving a lot of messages. You're really being called to listen to your intuition, and there's a lot of guidance around you, divine guidance around you, spirit guides around you. So that's a good thing, because you're tapping in spiritually, and you are going to receive your blessings for everything. All right. So yeah, you're going to have, with the woman holding the heart, the one that I told you about earlier, like there is definitely going to be progress. Okay, you're ready to move forward, you're using foresight, and there is going to be a partnership that's going to come in to help you expand and to grow. Okay, so like you are going to receive the results of the hard work that you put in. Okay, your plans are coming to fruition. Yeah, and it's going to be a gift from God. Okay, it's definitely going to be a gift from God, from the universe. It's going to reward you financially. You're going to be abundant. You're manifesting what you want. You're going to have material prosperity, and it's due to all the hard work that you put in your healing and growing and then elevating yourself. Okay, so give me woman holding a coin in reverse. Yeah, so someone with the woman holding the coin in reverse, with the past, like someone was under illusions. Okay, they saw you as being mysterious. There were some hidden truths and some fears that they were avoiding. They were in there, some subconsciously they were avoiding that. Okay, what else? Yeah, they saw you as being competition. They were competing with you in some type of way. You know, we do have the seven out here again. You know, and there was some sneaky and deceitfulness, but they were envious of you. They were competing with you in some type of way. Now, okay, but you're starting to defend yourself against them, and they feel like they're having to defend themselves against others about how they feel about you. Okay, but you're taking the courage to move on, block people out of your life that don't belong, and you're facing the challenges, and you're standing firm in your convictions and in what you believe. Okay, you are the empress at this time. Okay, so you are nurturing. You are caring. You embody everything about you. You embody the Queen of Wands. So, you're a go getter, you're attractive, you're alluring. You embody the Queen of Hearts. You're full of love, unconditional love. You're empathetic to people. You're kind, you're sweet. You embody the Queen of Swords. You know how to lead with precision. You know how to speak up for yourself, set boundaries. So, and you're also the Queen of Pentacles. So you know how to go out and get your money and be nurturing and have practical wisdom about you. Okay, so you just embody everything, and people love you, and people are just drawn to you, magnetically drawn to you, the good and the bad. Okay. Yeah, so someone feels like you've given up on them. Um, they feel like you've given up on them. You're walking away. They're starting to feel overwhelmed. They lack the courage and the strength to come towards you, to work towards you. Okay. But you have given up on the situation because you decided to surrender. You decided to surrender and give the situation back to God where it belongs, and let them deal with it. Like, you've done all you can. You feel like you've given. You've nurtured 31. I said that. You feel like you've given all that you could to a relationship, to a person, to a business, whatever it refers to you. You've given all that you can, okay, to the point where you just finally just gave up and say, you know what, I'm going to surrender. I'm going to give this back to God. I'm going to the universe. I'm going to let them deal with it, okay? You decided to just look at things from a new perspective, and you have a lot of fire and water out here. So someone could be dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or someone could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, give me the seat. What is going on with the seat? Yeah, someone went to someone, okay, someone with the seat, and I told you, like, someone wants to come in and maybe deceive you. They're envious of you. Like, somebody's willing to take a risk, okay, take a leap of faith and come towards you because they see you as being abundant. Okay, again, here you are, the Nine of Pentacles. They see you as being abundant. They see you as being self-sufficient, independent. They see you with material comfort. Okay, and they want to take a leap of faith, and they want to come in, take a risk, and come into you to tell you that they want to have a new beginning. This is a nine, so it's something that could happen this year. Give me this man holding in the heart. But please be mindful. Again, this person is coming up as being deceitful. Like, they see you being abundant, and I told you they want you to share. Yeah, they said they're going to tell you that they want to, give you their cup of love. They want to partner up with you again. They're somebody that you have mutual attraction to. They're going to say they want to balance this out. Okay, give me something else. Give me something else. It's somebody from your past, somebody that you knew, okay? Yeah, somebody who's coming out of healing, somebody who backstabbed you, someone who's recovering. They're healing. They're trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're trying to see what life would have been like had they chosen you, okay? They're going to want to say they really want to put some work in. You're hitting a lot of air out here, so somebody's going to mentally, this is going to be a mental, all right? It's going to be a lot of words. They're really thinking of what to say. They're heading towards you with a chariot. They're heading towards you. They're coming forward. They're coming forward. There's somebody who wants to heal the relationship with you. Somebody who's in their head about things, who's dealing with a lot of anxiety, having nightmares, depression. I did talk about that before I even did my reading, that somebody was having sleepless nights and worrying, dealing with something. Yeah. Somebody who's determined to come your way because they see you moving on. They want to take action. Give me action up here. Clarify action for me, please. 3. All right, this is divine message. All right, so Judgment have been called on someone for the way that they treated you in the past. There's an awakening, a renewal. So somebody has to be accountable for their actions and what they did to you. So they need to think about the old patterns or habits they had, and they need to be ready to leave that behind so they can transform. Somebody who now feels like they're left out in the cold, okay? They feel somebody who might actually be dealing with some conflict, internal and external, and they're feeling like they're in poverty. They're feeling insecure. They feel isolated right now. This might be somebody who needs something for you with the Pentacles being up here at this being the Five of Pentacles. That might need some help. They're having a financial loss. They got into something that cost them more than it was worth, because again, the greener grass was you on the opposite side, and they didn't go that route. Okay, they treated you in a very deceitful way. Okay, they gaslit you, blew in hot and cold, future faked you, went towards another situation, and whatever situation they got themselves into, it cost them. They had a loss of finances. Okay, this was somebody that was very selfish, that was thinking about their material comfort only. They were being greedy. They were only looking into how they were going to benefit or what they can get from that situation. And so judgment's being called on them for the hurt that they caused to you. Okay, and they might need some assistance, so they might try to ask you for some money to help them out because they see that you have it. Okay, they're thinking about how giving you were in the past, how you gave to them. They're nostalgic about that. Okay, and so they know that you were very generous in the past, and they may want to come to you now. Okay, but you're in your King of Swords, so you're ready to be like, nah, I'm gonna cut you right off at the hand where you stand. No, they know that you are thinking logical now. Okay, you're using some authority. You're now ready to. The King of Swords is like person you don't want to mess with. Okay, so like if this person now, like you were earlier when you're nurturing empathetic self, because they've taken you through so much, you've now like, no, I've learned my lesson. 36 when I say that. I've learned my lesson. You can't come to me with these mind games playing in, especially with this thing of air. Like I've been there, done that, learned it. You won't come with me with these mind games, gaslighting me, trying to manipulate me, because I'll cut you off right where you stand. Okay, like no, don't mess with me. Give me Corticonia in reverse. Yeah, so this came in crossing. Your heart is closed. Okay, like I told you, this person's not going to be abundant with you. They're not going to be able to be successful with reaping what you have coming in. Okay, like your heart is closed to them. You're not willing to be empathetic anymore. You are using your intuition. You are still nurturing. And you're at balance with yourself, but you're just pouring that love back into yourself. You're not willing to pour it into them. Okay, you walked away from a situation, from somebody who was trying to manipulate you. You walked away from a master manipulator, somebody who betrayed you, somebody who wanted to win at all costs, somebody that you were just having constant conflicts with. Okay, yeah, somebody now who that left you carrying the burdens of what they put you through. Okay, um, you've done the hard work. You've done the hard work to change, to strengthen yourself. You've achieved what you want, and now you have the Hierophant. Now you're looking at towards your spirituality. You're being guided. Okay, you're going to go towards somebody actually that's going to lead to marriage, a spiritually guided person who could be an earth sign, towards Virgo, Capricorn. Give me something else on the Hierophant. Yeah, you definitely tapped into your spirituality. You either talking to somebody or just getting closer with God. You have two out here. Two cards came out, so this is going to let me know that you are following your intuition. You're using inner wisdom. Somebody who rejected you in the past because they were looking at other options. Now it's dissatisfied. They're feeling bad. They're doing some introspection. Okay, because you're out here manifesting. You're manifesting what the hell you want, what you want out of life, and you're going to be, you're dealing with a lot of confidence. You're being creative, and you are going to receive your abundance. Okay, you are going to receive your abundance. Give me one more. Spirit guides, one more, and then we're going to move on from these. Thank you. Yeah, you're avoiding conflict. You're avoiding conflict. You're avoiding people who have a like set of mind, that like energy. You're a missed opportunity to the person that wants to come towards you, okay? Because you're done. You're done fighting with them, and you're just manifesting yourself, okay? So let's get a Timing message. I did tell you guys I will give you a timing message. So I'm going to give you a timing message, and I'm going to give you an angel answer, because you do have a lot of spiritual guidance out here. So let me get these ready. Time is gone. What time is it? I have to get myself ready for today. Alright, so let's get a timing message when this person might come in, or when you might start to see some changes, because we did have a card out here to say that you're experiencing some delays right now. Okay, so let's see, like, what's going to turn around from you around the time period that things are going to start to turn around for you. When can the collective expect to see things turn around, for the delays to end? Okay, so February 16th comes out. So somebody could be born in February. 16 could mean something to you. 16 does talk about the tower, unexpected change, revelations. So something you are going to have, with these delays, I told you that something unexpected is going to come about, because you might need some course correction for you, something to head you in the right direction. That might be why you're having some delays. So, and with this being a 16 being a tower, that's very possible. This is confirmation for that. Something can happen in February. Somebody could be born in February. Somebody could be a Aquarius or Pisces. Okay. Within the next couple of months, and it's a 43. All right. So that goes to a 7. So 7 does talk about sacred, spiritual perfection, completion. So something will be completed, possibly within the next couple of months for you as well. So let's go ahead and get your angel message, and then we're going to wrap this up. Alright, so it says improving your health. Remember I talked about earlier before we got started, somebody might be having some health issues. So your health is improving. You're getting in alignment with that. So you should be seeing some good news or receiving good news on that about health. Communicate clearly exactly what it is that you want, in your relationships or in your life, in your friendships, whether they're friends, family, or romantic. And look for the signs, because the angels are around you and they're giving you signs, okay? So look for those. Look for feathers, pennies, time, synchronicities, songs, anything that stands out to you. You'll know if it's your sign because you'll be drawn to it, okay? So this is my reading for you for this morning. I will send another one out for you for today, but until our next reading, thank you for letting me be a part of your journey. Like, share, hit the notification bell, and comment. Okay, I welcome all comments. Thank you.